this explanation now you men listen to me. I'm not saying you should use this as an excuse. Go and watch Nurse ID on YouTube. You will hear that she said a man will always get tired after intercourse, when you have not done anything. You can only, or you're permitted to get tired and sleep off only when you are physically exhausted. Like you yourself will know, and even your wife will know that you have actually done something. You cannot be lazy in bed and you're telling me you're sleeping off or snoring immediately. No, sir. Now, ladies, come close. Let me explain to you why your man, your husband, or if you're say whoever your partner, sleeps immediately or gets exhausted immediately after ejaculation. Note the word after ejaculation. Now, until a man gets to that point of ecstasy or orgasm where he actually now releases, this phenomenon does not apply to him. So the only people that are permitted to sleep off, snore, or whatever are those who actually get to the point of orgasm and ejaculate. So come closer. Now, when a man releases semen or ejaculates during a process of intercourse, there is a hormone that is released. It is called prolactin. Yes, you heard me right. Now, prolactin in a lady, when she's pregnant, towards the end of 9 months, becomes abundant in a woman's bloodstream. The presence of that hormone prolactin in a woman during that stage of pregnancy is only there to bring about breast milk production. But in a man, during the act of intercourse, the presence of prolactin is there to help bring about that feeling of relaxation, that feeling of tiredness and sleepiness after intercourse, after ejaculation, after orgasm. Do you understand? So in a woman, prolactin does another function. It brings about breast milk production during the end of pregnancy. But in a man, during intercourse, it comes into play as a hormone that helps the man to relax, and then it eventually brings about the feeling of sleepiness and drowsiness. That's why you notice that as soon as a man just releases, it feels like a heavy weight is taken off him. Okay, he can just fall down immediately. It feels like the virtue has gone out of him. He can just fall down and begin to sleep off. So do not blame him. Prolactin is one of the reasons. Another reason is there are two combined hormones that will be released as well. They are called the feel-good hormones. What did I say? Feel-good hormones. Now, these hormones are in pair. They are called 1, oxytocin, and 2, endorphins. Now, oxytocin in a lady during pregnancy causes contraction of the womb. That is during labor, when a woman is about giving birth. Oxytocin is there as a hormone that will be released to bring about contraction of the womb for the labor to progress and the baby to be born. But in a man, during intercourse, oxytocin is released simultaneously with another hormone called endorphin. These two combined together are called the feel-good hormones. These are the hormones that actually help the man to feel good, to be happy after the whole process. Okay, it brings about relaxation as well. As the name implies, feel good hormones. It makes you feel, happy with yourself. It makes you, that feeling of ecstasy when you get to the peak. You are just all excited and all. This is caused by the feel good hormones. And after that, you will now feel relaxed. You'll feel sleepy. Another reason is physical exhaustion. Now, the act of intercourse alone is a physical exercise. Just imagine when you're running or you're jogging. It is likened to same feeling you get when a man is having intercourse with his woman, because during that act, number 1, the heart rate increases. 2, the respiratory rate increases. That's the rate at which a man will breathe will be faster. Number 3, blood will begin to flow at a faster pace to different areas, especially the brain, the vital centers of the body. They have to pump this blood, more quicker, faster to get to the vital centers of the body. So there's increased rate of breathing. That's your respiratory rate. There is increased heart rate. That's your pulse. Sometimes if you put your hand on the chest of that man at that moment, what you'll be hearing is boop, boop, boop. It will beat faster, as if he just ran a marathon or as if he just jogged. Do you get it? So physical exhaustion, being tired after the whole act itself, is something that is expected for an odogu who has just delivered. Do you get it? But if it's a man who did not deliver, there's no need for to be physically exhausted. Okay, so this explanation now you men listen to me. I'm not saying you should use this as an excuse. Go and watch Nurse ID on YouTube. You will hear that she said a man will always get tired after intercourse, when you have not done anything. You can only, or you're permitted to get tired and sleep off only when you are physically exhausted. Like you yourself will know, and even your wife will know that you have actually done something. You cannot be lazy in bed and you're telling me you're sleeping off or snoring immediately. No, sir. This is not an excuse to being lazy. So I'm here to congratulate those men who, even after this whole act itself, prolactin is released that should have made you sleep off, but you refuse to sleep. The feel-good hormones came into play that should have made you feel, happy and sleepy. You did not. You overcame it. Even physical exertion came, like you were already tired and you should have slept off. You still didn't. You still held that woman. You still cuddled her. You still had a little conversation with her and made her feel like, you're still here. I give it to you. Kudos to you, because it's not easy. Naturally speaking and medically speaking, the physiology of sex itself actually makes it possible for people or for a man to immediately get sleepy, drowsy, relaxed, after intercourse, because several muscles come into play. The muscles contract during that act. So imagine you running. Immediately after running, you get to the end of the road. You get to the end point. As soon as you get there, some people can even faint. Some people can even, you just fall down, like you breathe heavily. So that's the same thing that's likened to it. So ladies, please, I am begging you, do not get upset. It is the normal physiology that a man has. A man loses strength immediately after ejaculation and it feels like sleeping immediately. But men, you guys should know how to communicate these things to your wives. How would you know how to communicate this when you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel? Now, if you have not subscribed, run now. If you have subscribed, you can share this video to your friends, loved ones. Tell them to go and subscribe to Ask Nos ID on YouTube so that you'll be getting all of these updates. How are you going to get these updates when you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel? What are you waiting for? Now run now. Go to Ask Nos ID on YouTube. Click on the subscribe button. It is free. Click on the subscribe button. It is free of charge. Send it to your friends and loved ones, because you'll be getting all these updates. Otherwise, you will receive woto from your wife. So, because how on earth can you sleep after intercourse and you're not giving this woman an explanation? She will begin to say you don't love me. That's why you slept off immediately. But hearing me today, you'll be able to explain to her, or go and watch Ask Nos ID. This is what she said. Click on that subscribe button now. Click it now. You will not die. Click it in Jesus' name.